Καλησπέρα σας. Καλωσορίζουμε στις ημερίδες μελέτης.
Study days, and we welcome Prime Minister Mitsotakis, and we also welcome Mr. Manfred Weber, chairman of the EPP group.
Κύριε Weber, έχετε το λόγο. Sie haben das Wort.
Mr. Weber, you have the floor.
Thank you so much and welcome. The EPP group is the biggest political family in the European Parliament. We are the biggest political party in Europe. And we are having our study days. That means all colleagues are present here in Crete for the next upcoming 3 days. It's a great event for us. It's not the normal, let me say, regular meeting. It's really an extraordinary meeting. And it's great to be in Greece, to be in Crete with this event, and to be hosted and to be also together with our friends. We have chosen Greece and Crete because it's for us a strong EPP pillar with a strong record, a strong outcome in the idea of what we can deliver for our citizens. And we see the outcome of the government of Kyriakos Mitsotakis here in Greece over the last years. It's really impressive about the respect on European level that Greece is now finally leaving behind the euro crisis times. Having in mind the respect towards the unemployment rate, a lot of jobs were created in the last years. You have also a lot of tax income because the economy is doing so well. That is a great record, and that's why we can learn as EPP a lot here in Greece. And that is what we want to also include in our programmatic approach for the future of the European Union in our program, which we will discuss in these days here in Crete. Let me also add that the European People's Party is a party of rule of law, defending principles of our union. And in this regard, I want to underline that Kyriakos Mitsotakis was one of the first inside of the leadership, of the top leaders of the European People's Party, opting for kicking Viktor Orban out of the EPP family. I want to underline this again because, again, rule of law is today under discussion. And there, Neo-Democracia and Kyriakos Mitsotakis was always very clear on this. I thank him for this strong engagement based on rules, based on common understanding about how the future of Europe should look like. And now it's about the future. We will discuss also the ramp for the next European elections in 2024. And we do this together as a great team, and we want to get the spirit of Crete towards Brussels, the spirit of a motivated, good perspective for the future. We want to bring this to Brussels.
Thank you. Manfred, you may want to put your headsets on. I'll say a few words in Greek. Let's make sure this... Αγαπητέ Manfred, κυρίες και κύριοι, χαίρομαι πάρα πολύ που μας δίνετε η...
It's a great pleasure for me that we have this opportunity here tonight as Cretans to welcome almost the entire EPP, the European People's Party group. And the group chose Crete for a very important meeting. They will be here for the next 2.5 days in order to discuss a range of important issues and challenges that our political family faces, but that the European family faces as a whole. This was supposed to take place last year, but an earthquake here in Crete meant that we had to postpone it. At the moment, there's a geopolitical earthquake in Europe, and that's what we're facing. We've got the Russian invasion. Russia invaded Ukraine, and this has had terrible consequences for our continent and for Ukraine. Ukraine has been invaded. Its sovereignty is being called into question. And of course, we also have huge issues when it comes to energy security, price hikes, and the energy crisis. This has been caused by the fact that Russia is blackmailing us and is using natural gas as a weapon in order to put pressure on European countries. So we will have an opportunity to talk about this and to map out the situation and decide on a European path that we will all take in order to provide support to our businesses, especially SMEs and our farmers. I'm referring to social groups groups who are very much close to the heart of the EPP, and these groups have been dealt a very big blow because of this spiraling inflation, which is affecting all European economies. I'd like to thank Manfred for his kind words, and we'll also be having the opportunity to talk about everything we've achieved here in Greece over the last 3 years. So thank you for your kind words. And we'll be talking about everything that we've achieved since the Greek people placed their trust in us and asked us to be at the helm. There have been difficulties, but new democracy has shown that it is politically resilient, and this can be explained. It can be explained because we have managed crises effectively, and because we've also honored our electoral manifesto promises. We've reduced taxes. We've boosted our country's defense, and we have also bolstered social cohesion by reducing inequalities. These are main pillars of the EPP on a European level. Now there are elections around the corner, national elections for Greece, European elections where the EPP, of course, will be running, and it is the agenda of the EPP, which today more than ever is very important for our societies. The European People's Party is being bolstered. We've seen local elections, national elections, and I think that the upcoming elections will favor the EPP. Manfred knows that new democracy ND always provides the support that the EPP expects from the biggest political party in Greece. It is one of the strongest parties in Europe in the center-right. So welcome, Manfred.
Constructive dialogue with your colleagues. I'm also certain that you will have the opportunity to appreciate the beauty of happens to be my home island, so that you choose all of you to come back when you pick your next destination.
Σας ευχαριστούμε πολύ.
Thank you very much.